Hi. Hello. Well, I hope you will find me over here because I don't know what happened then, and I really hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is anybody there? Can anyone hear me? Oh God, this is just so awful, isn't it? I'm here. I'll just sit here and wait for you for a few minutes because I know you'll turn up. Oh, Andy, then it froze. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Eh, give me some clues, Andy. Give me some clues because I have no idea why it's doing this. I know you are, but can you hear me? Can you see me? Andy, I am panicking. So Maria de Rosario, you can hear me. Can you see me though, or am I a frozen blob? Can someone write something else in the chat so that you hear me? You hear me, but can you see me? Can you see me? Yes. You can hear and see me, so we can start. Thank God for that. Oh God, it's all so stressful. See and hear, fantastic. Okay, so I don't know what went wrong there. It was all going so awfully well. But you know what? It's this energy. The astrological energy for today, for yesterday, for tomorrow is so tense. It's so challenging that, hi Shirley, that it really is. I just don't know what is going to happen next. So let me see. Are you all joining me? And is it all right? You frozen again? No, please, not that. Oh, dearie me. Look, I'm just going to, please tell me something else, whether you can see me, hear me, whether I'm frozen. It's frozen. You see me, but am I frozen? Um, the only thing I can do is that if I can't do this as a live, I can do it as a pre-record whilst you're just not watching and upload it straight away so that you get it, in another 15-20 minutes. But just let me know before I switch off whether I'm frozen, whether I'm here, whether I'm not here, whether you can hear me. I have done everything to solve the internet problems tonight. So I don't know what can be causing it. So internet playing up, you see me and hear me. You see me and hear me loud and clear. Communication is intermittent. Well, look, shall I just try? Okay, you're saying it's fine now. Shall I just try and go ahead and talk about this energy? It's breaking up like yesterday. I don't know what causes it. I've got everything plugged in, everything. You can see me perfectly, and you're not frozen and you can hear me. Right, look, let me see if just going through it, you get to hear the information, I get to do the tarot card, and I'll just carry on. Okay, thank you, Diane. I'll carry on. So the week ahead, starting the 12th of November to the 18th of November. Oh, bless you. What a shame, because I'm trying so hard. I know I'm trying very hard. So I'll listen, just tell me what you want me to do, because it's I just not frozen, can see and hear you. Okay, so if enough people can see and hear me, and for the first 9 minutes of this, I've been so odd that some can hear and others not. Right, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to forge ahead. The week ahead. Well, today, Sunday the 12th. Well, what can I say? The big energy of the day is, of course, first of all, the moon is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is like, well, Scorpio, listen, Scorpios, if you're watching, you are incredibly deep and incredibly valuable people to have on the planet. And so, it's just that the energy you've got in your sign at the moment is particularly challenging. So I'm just going to add that it's interesting because the energy is very challenging anyway. And I've not had a problem with live streams until yesterday and today. And I've been doing them now for several months. So I do find that quite interesting. But Angela is saying it's frozen and breaking up, watching in New York State, freeze on and off. I'll soldier on because maybe the playback will be okay. So at least if you can't get me in the live, the playback will be okay. And I could spend the next 10 minutes. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? So I'm just going to do it. So listen, the moon in Scorpio. Did you know that Scorpio rules the genitals, the anus, the urethra, and the prostate? And today, if you were having surgery today, it's a thumbs up. So, Mars in Scorpio. Mars, our planet of action, energy, assertion, aggression, passion, sexuality, and war, is in Scorpio, still in opposition. It's been there for a few days. It'll be in opposition for a few more days to Uranus, our unpredictable big boy in the sign of Taurus. So, what do we know about this? Uranus is retrograde. Uranus is like kind of slowing down to when it finally goes direct next year, and it will speed up and go back over this point. The latest news I've been watching is that yesterday in the United Kingdom, there were bordering on riots around Remembrance Day, because we've kind of had a Remembrance weekend. And we've had Remembrance Day yesterday, the 11/11/11 that I tried and finally succeeded to do yesterday. And so, there's a lot of difficult energy. In Iceland, and I want to talk about Iceland, for anyone British, I don't mean the frozen supermarket. In Iceland, the country, they are having thousands upon thousands of earth tremors. They are being evacuated in their hordes from areas around a particular, I believe, volcano. This is so classic for Mars Uranus energy. So classic. Uranus in Taurus is held in its unpredictability in this element of Earth that it doesn't like, although it's a fixed planet because it rules Aquarius. So what we can say is that it wants to blow. It is absolutely waiting to burst out with kind of cosmic energy. Mars in opposition is triggering Uranus in Taurus. Mars in Scorpio. Scorpio. Mars co-rules Scorpio with Pluto. Pluto literally can open up the gates to hell. If we have a really bad negative Pluto transit, it can cause me and all of us problems. You're going to catch the replay. Okay. Um, the previous reading, I can now see. I just don't know. It could be a YouTube thing. I really don't know. But what I'm saying is, we're going to see a big volcanic eruption in Iceland. That is going to affect air travel in the northern hemisphere, depending upon the prevailing winds. This is typical of Mars in opposition to Uranus, with Mars in Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus. So what I want to say, on a personal level, I don't know about anything that's going on for you personally. However, Mars opposite Uranus in personal relationships is like, again, something needs to give. Something needs to be let go of, set free, brought out into the open. It's like the abscess breaking. This is, if you think of the, I'm thinking of the Three of Swords in the tarot, which is where the poison has to come out. You have to lance the abscess so the poison can come out. And there is something about this. Listen, Jem, don't worry about your mum flying to Portugal. She's going in the direction away from where there could be any volcanic ash. So don't worry about that. It's anyone going over the top, over the Arctic, anyone on that kind of Arctic flight path to Northern America and Canada. So, are frozen again. Sorry. Well, listen, guys, I can only do my best. So, basically today, because we've got the moon in Scorpio, interestingly today, surgery is okay. But tomorrow, the 13th, when we do have the new moon in Scorpio, it's a no. No surgery tomorrow. And the sun in Scorpio is opposite Uranus in Taurus. So the sun is coming up to be conjunct Mars in Scorpio. So we've got this build-up of huge energy. We saw it erupt on the streets of London yesterday. There was, it wasn't really rioting, it was protests that got a little bit out of hand. Now, I don't know whether that's been going on in any other countries. There's a strong kind of element in this part of the world which is about, it's about the kind of way that everything is moving politically towards that kind of far right. That's the best way I can talk about it. And I see some of you just can't pick me up. I'm so sorry. Cheryl, have you got me? Keep going. No matter, we'll be here. Thanks, Jem. Love you to bits. So tomorrow is the new moon, and tomorrow night I will be doing a live new moon with all this wonderful internet energy. Well, we'll see how that one pans out tomorrow. But moving swiftly on, because what I want to do is get to your tarot. Bloody hell. Now we've got petards going out. So I'm kind of like, I feel I'm in a war zone. When more to celebrate something, it's like there's boom bangs everywhere. It's just extraordinary. So tomorrow, of course, is the new moon, and I'll be doing I'm going to try and do a live. But remember, my pre-recorded video is up on my YouTube channel, so you can get all the information from that. And the because I go through each are obviously individual zodiac signs. So let's see how it pans out. So Tuesday, the 14th. So if you hear boom banger bangs, it's here. It's in Gozo, it's in Malta, and it's Remembrance Sunday. So maybe actually we should take a moment to remember, like we did yesterday with our 11:11 peace and healing meditation. Maybe just in this moment, it's 18:20 here. So let's just be quiet for a moment, be calm. Maybe that will help the internet energy. And if you can't see me, what a waste of makeup. Sorry, I digress. So let's remember people that gave their lives for our freedom. Because in the West, we still do have a certain amount of freedom. But I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because you know where that will lead us. So I'll banger bangs. That was a song that won the Eurovision Song Contest about 50 years ago. Boom, boom, banger bang. Let's move on to, so Tuesday the 14th, the moon will have moved into Sagittarius. So after tomorrow, the energy will settle a bit. So what I'm saying is that this weekend, as you may have already noticed, and tomorrow is still going to be tense energy. On a personal level, don't rise to the bait. It's, Jesus, it's a bit like me getting frustrated about this energy. You see, Uranus is electricity. Uranus is the internet. So what can we say? It's the way it is. It's the way it is. Tomorrow, the moon is in Sagittarius, waxing crescent. Sagittarius rules the liver, the hips, the thighs, and the sacrum. And surgery is not good, not bad. No comment for surgery, actually, for the rest of the month or for the rest of this week. Surgery is kind of like, it's okay, you can do it. Wednesday, the 15th, the moon in Sagittarius, waxing crescent. Mercury, of course, our planet of communication, has moved into Sagittarius. And it's making a nice sextile, which is just kind of like that, to Venus, our planet of relationship and love. And Venus, of course, is in Libra. Libra, the sign she rules, along with Taurus. So we could find that Wednesday is a really pleasant day with some nice dialogue with people. And I just want to add, thank you so much for persevering with what is clearly terrible internet connections. Thank you so much for being persistent. So let's move on to Thursday the 16th, because the moon will have moved into Capricorn and it will be waxing, as they call, crescent. And of course, Capricorn rules the backbone, the joints, the knees, the skin, the hair. Surgery, yes, fine. It's not a yes, yes. It's not a no, no, but it's okay. So, Sun, on Friday the 17th, we have a little bit more going on with the energy as we build up for the weekend. So Friday, the moon in Capricorn, still waxing crescent, remember, backbone, joints, knees, skin, hair. The sun in Scorpio trines Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Be careful. Things that get said to you do not get misinterpreted. It sounds like somebody could be waxing lyrical and talking really kind of nicely about you or about things or about life. But actually, you've got to think, is there a hidden agenda here? Just because it's a trine doesn't mean it's okay. So also we've got Mars still in Scorpio. Remember, Mars, action, energy, war, aggression, arguments, sexuality, sex, all of that stuff. Trines, Neptune, retrograde in Pisces too. So the Sun and Mars are actually nearly conjunct, and that's a biggie as we build up to the end of the week's energy. So what do we make of this? Well, Mars in Scorpio trining Neptune. Again, it feels a little bit like secrets and lies. Somebody is really being so super smooth and clean and squeaky clean and nice, and somehow it is just can't be trusted. Be careful. Listen carefully to what politicians say. What is their ulterior motive? Have a think about that. So then, of course, we move on to Saturday the 17th. And the moon by now has moved into Aquarius. And it's waxing crescent. And this rules the calf, the ankle, the shin, and the Achilles tendon. Surgery is neither yes nor no. It's okay. The sun in Scorpio is today the 18th of November, conjunct Mars in Scorpio. So there could be a little bit of fractious energy around next Saturday. Just be aware of that. Be mindful of it. And again, like I say, don't rise to the bait. Respond, don't react. So what I think we're going to do now is I'm going to move on to the tarot, one card for each zodiac sign, to give you an idea of what you can expect for the week ahead. So as usual, I don't know if anyone out there wants to timestamp them, because I forgot to ask Jerry. Completely went out of my mind. I think with all the kind of mess up yesterday with the internet, it just didn't kind of occur to me to ask him. So if anyone wants to timestamp these, do you know, I love your help. Thank you so much for helping. Aries, oh, it's that one. Right, let's have a look. Oh, it's the world. So the world is a really nice card for you for the week ahead, Aries, because this is like the world is your oyster. This is like you can achieve something this week, Aries, that you didn't expect to get. And you can feel pretty proud of yourself. Some of you might be looking at traveling or booking something up or thinking about the months ahead and what you might like to do, where you might need to go. So that circle of doom constantly popping up. I love it. It's when the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, and you're going, right, that's me doing that. Now I'm going to move on to Taurus. Taurus, what have we got for you this week? So let's see. So I don't know. I think YouTube have got something against me at the moment, because they're not doing nice things to my lives, are they? And if I say that, they'll continue to not do things to my lives. Please, YouTube, be nice to me. Please, YouTube. So let's see what we've got here. Taurus, a card you'll love because this is about money. And of course, Taurus, you are all about money. And this is the Seven of Coins. And this is just a timely reminder to keep working hard because sometimes we think, I'm there. I can just take my foot off the accelerator, cruise along at, kind of, 40 miles an hour. No, Taurus, you need to keep your foot going. Otherwise, you're going to dwindle to a stop. Taurus, keep doing what you're doing. And remember, you don't have to go at 40 miles an hour. 30 will do, because slow and steady, Taurus, wins the race. Now, lovely techie Jerry told me that when we first started the YouTube channel. So I'm just going to go with that. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm glad you can see me, Gem. At least somebody can. So we're now moving on to Gemini. And it's this card here. It kind of caught my finger and I thought, this is the one. Gemini for you. Oh, this is lovely. The Page of Cups. Well, you're going to get some nice, interesting information coming to you this week. Nice news from a younger person, or nice news or good news about a younger person. Something creative comes up. You could be hearing, if you're old enough to have grandchildren, a granddaughter or grandson, you could be hearing something very positive from them. And if you don't have grandchildren and you've got children, then you could be hearing something very positive from a son or a daughter. And if you don't have children at all, then you could just be hearing something very positive from a young person who perhaps admires you and who perhaps puts you on a pedestal, who perhaps thinks, as we say, you're the bee's knees and that you really rock, you're awesome. So this is for Gemini. Now we're going to move on. Hi, Laurie. This Gemini is still with me. Fantastic. Now we're going to move on to Cancer. And it is this one because it just fell into my hand. Now, don't get freaked out, Cancer, because I always think this card can freak us out a bit. So it's this card. This is really, in a sense, a little bit Scorpio, isn't it, Cancer? Because this is about endings, but it's a new moon tomorrow. It's new beginnings. I can't speak. There is a door you need to close, Cancer. There is a situation in your life that needs to end, to finish. And the new can't come in until you let go. So in a sense, this is about letting go. Yes, I know, Diane, YouTube and the internet are CRAP today, CRAP, as they were yesterday. And I love you, YouTube. I really love you. Please put me up in the algorithms. So there we go. So just not try anything. So this is for Cancer. So Cancer, you're holding on to something with those crab claws of yours that really has gone by its sell-by date. Let it go. Now, let's move on to our Lions, our Leos. So let's move on to Leo. Yes, I know, Laurie, it is difficult doing the timestamps, and don't worry, someone else might. There's always someone. Or you just sit and try and listen to all of them. I mean, well, it appears to be this one, Leo. Well, let's see what we have for you. Ah, the Two of Wands, or the Two of Staves, as we call it. So, Leo, What do you think this means for you, Leo? Because it's you're thinking about your next step forward. You're being very practical and logical, and this could link in with the new moon because you're thinking about your next project. It's like you've got so far up that hill or mountain that you've been climbing up. You're sitting or lounging languidly, Leo, on a lovely kind of huge mountain rock, surveying the scene. And you're thinking, what shall I do next? What is the best way forward to get what I want? That's what you're thinking, Leo. And don't wait too long, Leo. Let that pause in events be brief. Now let's move on to Virgo. So Virgo, virgins, Virgo. Well, the Vestal virgins. So Virgo, oh, it's this one. It's this one. Oh, okay, Virgo. This is the King of Cups. He's a really lovely, lovely gentleman. And I mean that. He is a gentleman. And Virgo is this guy, Virgo, is someone who really does listen to you on an emotional level. This might be a meaningful discussion that comes up because of the new moon energy that somehow brings in the energy of where do we go from here, or what shall we do now? And I don't mean that in a negative way, not at all. I'm seeing it as a very positive, loving step forward, some kind of way to kind of move forward and feel and to actually make a new commitment to each other. There's something here about making a new commitment. So let's now look at Libra. Libra, how are you doing, Librans? Librans, are any Librans there? Hello, Libra, because, oh, which one? It's this one, hiding here. What are we going to have for you, Libra? Oh, fabulous. 10 of coins. Some of you moving house or have just moved house and settling in and making your home much more habitable. And this doesn't matter how much money you've got in your piggy bank. This card says you are rich in so many other ways that others do not have or do not currently have access to. But you know, Libra, this is about balance and harmony within the home. So let's hope we get that. And let's hope that this house that you have, this abode that you have, really is becoming a proper home. Now let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, because Scorpio, it's for you now. We're going to have to do your sign. New moon for you tomorrow. New beginnings. Don't rise to the bait, Scorpio. Don't sting anyone with your tail. Just take it easy. So, all right, it's this top card. Page of Wands. Important news coming to you via this new moon tomorrow. Important news of perhaps a diversion or a different opportunity where your work, career, or your kind of passion is concerned. Because some of you that watch, I know, are retired. So this is about getting that kind of break that you've been waiting for. And actually then pausing and thinking, whoa, I'm doing quite well. this is actually working out. So Scorpio, it is a new moon for you. It is about new beginning. I think you are supercharging that astrological energy in your sign, flipping the astrology and saying, bring it on, Mars, bring it on. Bring it on, because I'm ready to actually break out and break forward, move forward in my life in a positive way. So, ooh, I see. Yes, a lot of you are just not getting this live at all. It may be that I have to resort to pre-recording, and just, it's such a shame because I love the interaction with you. I guess I could pre-record and premiere it, then I get the interaction. That is an option that I could do. If you think that's a good option, let me know and I'll do that. So now we're going for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, or as a friend of mine used to say, Shagaharios, but I'm probably not allowed to say that. So anyway, I always thought it was quite funny. So Sagittarius, we'll take the one on the top. Oh, Sagittarius, this new moon. Whoa. What's come to an end? What has ended that you are feeling a little bit kind of, well, it's just kind of knocked you for six. There's something going on in your life, Sagittarius, that has knocked you for six. And I think this is about really looking at those energies. And yes, Laurie, thank you. This too will pass. I mean, I've got everything on airplane mode. I've got everything switched off except the laptop. What do I do? Switch the fridge off as well. It's a Sunday. That can be something to do with it, because, and I will come back to you, Sagittarius, because a lot of people perhaps talk to people overseas, FaceTime, Skype, all of those, Zoom. So that could be, sucking out the bandwidth. But usually I'm good and I've got fiber optics, so there shouldn't be any excuse. Anyway, Sagittarius, this new moon is also, like I said, for Scorpio, about letting go. This really is about letting go. Letting go, and as I say, or as a wonderful friend of mine called Caroline Vasey used to say to me, let go, let God. Whatever your word is for God, mine is divine, or the divine intelligence, or the all of the all, or the universe, but I like saying the divine. Whatever your word is, especially you, Sagittarius, let go. Get out of your own way, Sagittarius. I think that's what I want to say. Get out of your own way and let what's meant to come to you come through. Now we move on to Capricorn. Yes, Capricorn. So I can see the numbers are depleting as I get through the signs. So obviously, as you hear your sign, you switch off and go, oh God, I can't do this anymore, with the buffering and the stopping and the slow, quick, slow. So let's look at Capricorn. Oh, there we go. It's that top one. Hey, Capricorn, are you off on a journey? Where are you traveling to? Capricorn, this is the Chariot. This could also be some kind of metaphorical sort of journey. This could be a journey within, for example. This is about life also getting very busy and hectic for you. I think you've been through a period, Capricorn, where it's been quite calm and just jogging along so you can kind of, stop and smell the roses, so to speak. Capricorn, things are going to move fast now. You better make sure that you're, having a good breakfast and, three healthy meals a day to build up your strength to cope with the energy that you're going to need for how busy your life is going to get, Capricorn. Now we move on to Aquarius. We have two more signs, Aquarius and Pisces, my oceans of emotion. Oh, Aquarius, it's this one. It's sticking out and saying, pick me, pick me. Let's have a look. Oh, Capricorn. I'm sorry, Aquarius. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor. It may not seem like it, but you know what, Aquarius? This is about taking a risk. What's going on in your life? Because there's been a lot going on astrologically that's been quite tough for you, that I think has been holding you back and making you feel almost a little bit scared to take a step forward, to try anything new. Well, Aquarius, I'm telling you, this is about taking that step, taking that risk, because the wheel is turning in your favor. How cool is that? And now, of course, finally, we come to my oceans of emotions. For any of you who don't really know what I'm doing here, these are supposed to be, my hands are supposed to be the two fish swimming in opposite directions, which tends to be what Pisces do. So I'm going to give them a good shuffle for you, Pisces. Let's see what we're going to get for you, Pisces. So Bertha, where are you based, Bertha, that you're not having any issues? Because I'm just hoping when I do this on playback that Anne-Marie, Money, is still not able to view your channel. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's causing it, but some of you've got it, some of you haven't. And Laurie, you sent me an email. Really well, I've got some emails from you today, and I am going to answer them. Woo! Pisces, we have your card. Hey, Pisces, this is fantastic. What are you celebrating, Pisces? This is amazing. You've achieved something. You're being rewarded. You're being congratulated by those around you. Are going to say with this new moon in Scorpio, hey, Pisces, you've surprised us. You've done this particularly well. You've really kind of achieved something of enormity. So this is really a lovely, lovely card for you, Pisces. Also, Pisces, I think you're going to feel a little bit more grounded this week. A little bit, oh dear, excuse me, a little bit more in touch with reality. I think there's been an energy around for you, Pisces, that has made you kind of lose touch a bit, depending on what else is going on in your chart, with reality to a certain extent. And this card is bringing you back into the present with that new moon in Scorpio, which of course is squaring anything you've got at 20 degrees, or yes, in your sign. Squaring, oh, I'm getting it wrong. No, because you're mutable. Ignore that. I've got it wrong. Scorpio is squaring the fixed signs. So the mutable signs, you're actually getting the trine. So actually, if you've got anything at 20 degrees, the new moon is trining you. Oh, Janice, love you too. Bless you. So on that wonderful note, what should we do? Because 23 of you have soldiered on with all of this. I think you're all absolutely friggin' awesome. You know, I can't use the kind of language that I'd love to express how wonderful I think you all are, because YouTube will get cross with me. I'll be put on the naughty chair. And listen, I'm gonna have a glass of wine, if I'm allowed to say that. I'm gonna have a glass of wine now. Watch this back if I can, and see what the problem is. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try, believe it or not, I'm gonna try and do this all again tomorrow for the new moon in Scorpio, and then I will have to review the whole thing, because if these lives are going to be like this, then I'm going to have to pre-record and premiere them, because at least then I can get you in the chat, because I love the interaction and I know a lot of you love the interaction. So yeah, you're on your phone and it's working, and it's wow, amazing. Well, so you're all awesome. Thank you so much for those of you that have persevered with very difficult internet connection. You are small in numbers, but your hearts are, can I do the heart? Are huge. You have huge hearts and you're all awesome. And I really do love you all. Okay. Mwah. See you tomorrow. All being well. Right. End stream. Let's see what happens. So my stream will end immediately.